Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yasen. I am a professional photographer with over 50 years of experience. In this video, I'll show you what you need to learn to successfully take your first steps into black and white analog photography. In the previous video, I talked about my favorite Canon AE-1 and showed all the details about it. In the next few minutes you will see the main points of how to load film, set the correct speed, aperture, and other factors for successful work. One of the most important factors in a good photo is the film stock. I chose Ilford. It is a brand that has proven its excellent qualities. Before loading carefully, clean the camera of dust. We open the camera cover and carefully insert the film. While loading the film, take care not to touch the shutter curtain, the film rails on the pressure plate. Should not open the cover while shooting. We check whether the film is attached to the slot of the take-up reel. This is easily seen from the return mechanism. In the memo holder, place a piece of the film box that was loaded into the camera. The knurled ring around the shutter speed dial and turn it until the film speed of your film is aligned with the green index. Place the camera in a suitable bag. We are ready for the shot and it's time to trip. Our pictures start from the Royal Observatory Greenwich in London. The prime meridian 0 degrees longitude runs through the courtyard of the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, England, which was founded in 1675, by King Charles II. Why I chose this historical place? There are several reasons. First, the amazing camera obscura which projects a live image of the Queen's house onto a table. Its here transit circle, used for over a century from 1851 to 1953 as the reference point, when charting the heavens and determining times. Has an amazing clock collection, a list of historic timepieces, many of which revolutionized the way we record, measure and keep track of time. All these components that we saw from the center of the world, from the optics to the mechanics, are used in modern cameras. Good photography is knowing these important things. Taking a picture is a matter of letting light fall on the film, under controlled conditions. This is called exposure. With Canon AE-1 it is very easy. Set a shutter speed by turning the shutter speed ring. Compose the picture center in the viewfinder if possible. Turn the focusing ring until the main subject is sharp. Press the shutter button halfway, and the meter needle will move to tell you whether the shutter speed you have set will give the correct exposure. Press the shutter button all the way down to take picture. Before we take our first photos, on the streets of Greenwich, let's look at an important detail. We are looking at the instructions manual for our camera. Now, an example of how to choose the right shutter speed is given. A few examples are shown, and we will reproduce them. We shot a fast-moving object at low speed. The image is blurred. A certain shutter speed is chosen to freeze the motion of a subject. While it is possible to freeze the motion of a pedestrian at 1/60th of a second, you need 1,000th of a second for a moving vehicle. The Canon AE-1 selects the correct aperture automatically based on the film speed and the shutter speed you have set. The aperture influences the depth of field, which in turn affects the way a picture will look when your subject is in focus. There is a certain area in front of it and behind it that will also be in focus. This area of sharpness is called depth of field. The smaller the aperture, the wider the range of sharpness. The larger the aperture, the narrower the range of sharpness. An aperture of f1.8, for example, can isolate your subject from its surroundings and create artistry in the photo. The first pictures are the most exciting. The place we start from has a stunning view. The lookout next to the Royal Observatory in Greenwich Park offers spectacular views of the London skyline. Compose the frame and take the shot. We go down the hill and we are already under the columns of the Maritime Museum. We are again surprised by another amazing sight. These twin buildings are the old Royal Naval College. Do not miss the details. They build the composition. The next photo is a close-up of the Naval College. The architecture is impressive. We are now in the heart of Greenwich. All around us is the pulse of the bustling city. We find the Cutty Sark on the banks of the Thames, a famous English clipper built in 1869 and the only one to survive today. Before we leave Greenwich, we will see one more landmark. Greenwich Market. It opened in September 1737 with about 60 food stalls. It is now a stage for arts and crafts from around the world. You'll be greeted with packed stalls, selling handmade jewelry, vintage clothes, artwork, and collectibles. Here are also my artistic photos of famous London landmarks. And finally, I advise you to visit museums, galleries, and art centers. There are places where your art inspiration will come. Let's not forget that. We paint with light. In the next video, I will show how to safely unload the film from the camera, how a black and white film is developed. I will develop the film of the walk in Greenwich. I will show all the necessary things that are required for this process. See you soon.